Yeah, and again, the character of the players, we can't speak highly enough about them. And that's exactly what Coach Danielson recruits for. He says, we need players who love football and are willing to fight. And what does he always say? Everything you want in life is on the other side of hard. That's his favorite quote, it seems like, late in this year. And he's found a couple of recruits for the 2026 class that seem to match that criteria.
The 2026 class has fastly become the best recruiting class this university has ever seen. They have cracked the top 50 in recruits, and we got the opportunity to sit down with a future Bronco quarterback. And fun fact, he went to my high school. Take a listen. Meet the future of the Broncos quarterback room. 6'1" Jackson Taylor from Thousand Oaks High School. Taylor is touted as one of the top quarterbacks the school has seen in many years. And the Southern California product has been sold on Boise State since day one.
We sat with the coaches and they constantly talked about how, you know, everything is earned. They're very process driven, and that everything they do to the best of their ability, and they do it, you know, they have this blue collar mindset that they talk about. We go in the weight room and we go watch practice, and you see how every single one of the players is completely bought into that.
Boise State and head coach Spencer Danielson stand by a motto: nothing is given, everything is earned. The premise that essentially eliminates entitlement and breeds the blue-collar mentality that the city thrives on. Jackson echoes this sentiment, one of the many reasons why Taylor is a great fit for this program.
You're getting someone who, like, you know, says what they mean, means what they say, and, you know, and be there to be the best version of myself. And like we talked about, how Boise's everything about, you know, earning what you're given. Like, I 100% agree, and that's part of the reason I committed, is because I think we need more of that, but I'm all into this, you know, this idea of earning everything that's produced.
Taylor gives a lot of credit to his mom and dad for who he is today, but his mindset may not have shaped the way it is without his half-siblings, a brother and a sister, many years older, many years wiser, helping mold Taylor into the best version of himself today.
My brother, who played really high-level basketball in high school and then opted not to go in college, but, like, he's the one who taught me everything about, you know, discipline, because he lived it himself. And it's easy to be taught something from your parents, but then when you kind of get to see someone who you maybe relate with a little bit more, in terms of like having your brother there, having that as an example for me growing up was like, that was huge. My sister now is basically like, she's 33 and she's kind of like a mother figure to me, when my mom is her own version of it, my sister's her own version of it, and like, she cares for me just as much as my mom does and looks out for me the same way.
Jackson took off in his senior season, posting a 70% completion percentage, over 2,400 yards, and 31 touchdowns in 11 games. The biggest difference? He found his why he plays football, and he fell in love with the preparation.
My completion percentage is 10% higher than it's ever been, and like, we're throwing for more yards and touchdowns, and like, you know, you see how the results start to get, you know, put to the table once you really find a groove and find something that's thorough but also easy to replicate.
Taylor is officially committed to the best recruiting class this university has ever seen, and has an expectation to do big things on the blue. With the mindset he has at his young age, sky's the limit for BSU's future quarterback. Hey, sky's the limit, but the future is now. We are joined by Jackson Taylor in the flesh, Mountain West Championship game here on the Blue. How's your experience been so far? And you know, it's raining. It's not the greatest of conditions, but what are you looking forward to for this one?
It's been amazing. Being here with my dad, this is the last chance we have to kind of just go and be fans, enjoy the time together and the experience, because you only get so many of those, and I think it's really important to have those. So it's been a great time. Obviously getting used to this weather, a little bit spoiled in SoCal, but you know, you're going to be here for four years. You got to get used to it. So it was a nice little opportunity to kind of combine the fact where we get one more chance to be a fan and enjoy this, but also, you know, step into the weather a little bit, get used to it, because being here in January is going to be cold.
Yeah. Hey, we heard a little bit of it in this story about you, but what was it that pushed you over the line to say, you know what, I want to spend the next 4 years in Boise?
I think there are a lot of factors. Even just on the official, the very first time he set foot here, was like, dude, like, this is, everything about this says home. Kind of a funny story I like to say is, like, when we landed that first time and we pulled into the airport, next to it we saw the Jackson Jet Center. So my initials are JET. So it was kind of cool to see that. I'm like, oh, you know, what's God telling me here? So it's been really cool. The coaching staff is amazing. You can tell how everything they do and everything they preach gets translated down to the rest of the staff, to the entire players. Everybody in that building is working toward the same goal, and part of that's being here right now and winning the Mountain West Championship. So when you see the genuineness there and the integrity, what's not to love about it?
I wanted to talk about a little bit more. I didn't get a chance to put it all in there, but your preparation, you said you really kind of found your why and also fell in love with that. A lot of that had to do with your quarterback coach who played in the CFL, and he said, practice in high school like you're a college quarterback. So how did that work out this past offseason, and where did you really kind of see the growth when it comes to that?
I would say the biggest thing was, or the biggest time I saw it was this season, my senior season. My preparation was more thorough than it's been in past years, and I really started to adapt a process that works for me and that's consistent and that I'm used to now. And I saw the fruit of it in games. We were more efficient on offense. My completion percentage was significantly higher than it's been. So you see when the preparation is there, the results that follow, and it's pretty cool. Now you know that you're doing something that works. So that was huge. And yeah, we would always talk about, you know, play college football in high school, you know, and you're going to be successful. So now when you get here, now I want to play pro quarterback in college. So I want to do that to the best of my ability, and I know I'll be going in as a freshman. With a lot of work left to do, but I absolutely believe in the ability to do that.
Yeah. And Coach Danielson, he was telling us earlier in the week, he said, you know, I don't want to hide anything from these recruits. We bring them to the stadium stepper days so they can see the hard work that's ahead of them. That didn't scare you off at all.
No, but it definitely did tell me that, you know, in this off-season prep, maybe get a few stadium decks in, because they take those seriously, and that's a tough thing. So I want to be as ready for it as I can be, for sure.
This game, Mountain West Championship, a chance for a first-time ever team to win, or a school to win 3 straight Mountain West Championships. What's your prediction? We got to get a prediction out of you. We do this to everybody on the interviews. How does the game go, and give us a little score?
I'll give a score at the end, but what I love about this is Boise State football. I mean, look at this weather. Look at where we're at right now. We're on the blue. We protect the blue like we protect the skin on our backs. Like, we take this seriously. And this is championship football, and this is everything I believe Boise State's built for. So I think we are in a great situation with that. Great to have Maddox back. Max did a really good job getting us this position, honestly, in the last few games. And now Maddox is back in the helmet. I think he's going to do great things. So I'm excited. I believe, get a score prediction. It might be a little bit lower scoring with this weather. I'm going to say 27-21 Boise State.
27-21. I like it. Well, the Rangers let up as soon as you stepped in here, so maybe they sling the rock a little bit more. I don't know.
That would be nice. I know. I'd love to see it.
All right, hey, Jackson, thanks for being on the show. Great to meet you, and
Appreciate
congratulations
you,
again.
Good luck. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right.